Hello, welcome back to the New Plants for 2021 series. My name is Jessica. I work at the Mineral Point Road location. And if you have any questions at the Fitchburg location, feel free to find Cindy. She'll be able to answer any questions you have over there. Today, I will be going over the new evergreen shrubs for us for this year. So let's get started. The first one I'll be going over is a dwarf hemlock called Jervis. It's new to us this year, though Isley has sold it in years past. I just haven't been able to get it until this year, basically. So the little guy gets 2 to 3 feet tall and about 2 feet wide. You can see in this photo it is a little bit taller than it is wider. Hemlocks tend to be a slow growing plant, so it'll put on 3 or 4 inches of growth every year. Basically, you're lucky if you get 6 inches out of them. Other than the tree forms, which grow a little bit faster. This one tends to actually prefer full sun or part shade. Typically, hemlocks do really well in partial shade. It will tolerate full shade, but it'll grow even slower if you put it in a full shade spot than at least 4 hours of sun a day. This one also, because it's so small, is a good container plant. So you could put it in a container as long as it's large enough for it, and then just put it in your garage over the winter. And this one is hardy to zone 4. A new U for us this year. It's called Golden Zwerg. I haven't been able to get this one either, but Isley has sold it for a number of years as well. This is kind of a yellow needled version of the Hicks U that we've sold. It's a columnar, as you can see from the photo. It's 5 to 6 feet tall and about 3 feet wide, so it makes a nice hedge if you don't like something like a juniper or a arborvitae. You can always go with this one. And because of the yellow needles on it, it actually prefers a full sun location rather than a shady spot like the other U's tend to tolerate. You can put it in part shade as well. It just may not have that bright yellow for you when the new growth comes out. And just as a note, the yellow needles on it are only on there for about a month to 6 weeks, and then they fade to a nice deep green color like the other U's tend to have. Um, this one is a little bit slower growing than other U varieties, but still, you can see on here even the new growth on it is still pretty substantial compared to other evergreen plants. And this one is also hardy to zone 4. I have a couple of new fall cypress coming in this year. Also from Isley Nursery, we will be getting our first Isley Nursery truck right around Mother's Day. So either right before or right after Mother's Day, depending on when we can get a truck out our way. This one is another dwarf evergreen. It's 12 to 18 inches tall, 12 to 18 inches wide. The needles on it, although they look like they would be pretty sharp, they're actually a very soft color and or a soft texture. The color on it is blue green, and then it kind of fades to this nice mint or emerald green color as the season progresses. This one is typically a slower grower as well, like the hemlock is. So it'll also put on about 4 inches of growth every year, nothing too huge. And this one is also a little bit hardier in terms of a fall cypress, so it's labeled as a hardiness zone 4. And this other evergreen here, fall cypress lemon thread, is also supposed to be a little bit smaller and a little bit hardier than the golden mops that we've had in the past. You can see in the left photo, that's a young photo, so that one has more of the globe shape to it, and then as it ages, it has more of a pyramidal shape to it. If you prefer to keep it more of the globe shape, you're going to need to start pruning it right away. I wouldn't prune it the first year when you plant it, but then after that, just keep snipping away just to keep it a little bit shorter. It's easier to prune something as it grows versus not doing any pruning at all and then trying to prune it back when it gets older. This one is 3 to 5 feet tall, 4 to 5 feet wide. So it takes up a fair amount of space in our gardens here. The yellow needles on it will be more yellow in full sun. If you put them in more of a part sun location, it's going to be more chartreuse green color. If you put it actually in too much sun, it might bleach it out a little bit. So if you can give it even just morning shade, give it a couple hours of morning shade and then the rest of the day, 6 hours or more of sun. that would be the ideal spot for it. And this one is also supposed to be hardy to zone 4. And our last new evergreen shrub is called Autumn Moon. It's very similar to the Anna's Magic Ball, only it's a little bit bigger. The Anna's Magic Ball has the same yellow needles on it, but it's a little bit, I'd say about 1.5 to 2 feet tall and wide, where this one is a 3 by 3 plant. So it's going to take up a little bit more space. Um, you'll be able to see it a little bit better in the landscape. This one, same as the lemon thread. If you put it in more sun, it'll get that real yellow needles on there. If you put it in part sun or even full shade, it'll be more green. And this one does not really need a lot of pruning because it tends to grow in that globe shape versus, um, the yews that send out all the new growth on there that need to be pruned back. This one is tolerant of pretty much any soil types. It even will tolerate a spot that you have that has a lot of standing water in the spring. Just make sure in the summer it's allowed to dry out between rain or waterings. And again, because it's an arborvitae, it's hardy to zone 4. So that's all I have for evergreen shrubs today. If you have any questions, you can feel free to give us a call. We have someone in the office pretty much Monday through Friday right now, and we have people checking the email almost daily, I would say. You can feel free to go to our website, www.kandagreenhouse.com. We have all of our plant lists up there, hopefully updated by now. And if you see something on there that you like, make a note, give us a call, let us know that that's something you're interested in, and we'll put you on our customer request list. And this year, we're planning to open on Friday, April 16th. So make your list now and then come prepared April 16th just to see what we have. Happy spring and hope to see you all soon.